Hello, everybody. So, yeah, the title is self-explanatory. I'm gonna just be drawing some OCs from my warrior cats phase that I had when I was like 12. Like most kids, yeah. Yeah, for those who don't know what warrior cats is, or know what it is but don't know what it's about, it's essentially just about a bunch of these cats that live in the forest. There's four clans, groups of cats. Unless you're reading Vision of Shadows and forward, then there's five. But they live in the forest and they fight sometimes, and sometimes the cats diddly die. They're also really religious for some reason, but that's not the point. I was very into these books as a kid. It was all I would talk about. It was all I would draw, actually. Like, I can't find my old Warriors Amino account for some reason, but I posted on there so often. There is so much on there. I even wrote an entire, Google Doc. It was never finished, but it was supposed to be my own book, which is the story I'm going to be telling. So, yeah, the story that I wrote into a book thing, that's what I'm telling here. So we have the pro tag. These are really old drawings. I can draw way better cats now, but that's what I could do back then. It was the best I could do. This was the pro tag. Her name was Moon Chaser because of course she's gonna have a special snowflake name. I did get bashed in the Warriors Amino a few times for having a character with the prefix moon because that was considered against the Warriors naming rules, but there aren't any Warriors naming rules, so I don't know what's up with that. Anyway, here's her story. So she was born like most cats are, and she has these two siblings. I think it was like Sun Catcher, I think, and then like Moon, not Moon, a Night Whisperer, but of course, because they were kids, for those who don't know how the basics of the naming system work in Warriors go, the newborn kitty cats have the suffix kit, so like what's for example moon, so yeah, and then when they become apprentices to learn how to be warriors, you put paw at the end, and then when they become warriors you put the leader just chooses a random word and puts it there. Some cats get really unlucky with their names. It's kind of sad. So we had Sun Kit, we had Moon Kit, we had Night Kit. Yeah, that's what we had. The mother was incredibly irrelevant to the story. Nobody talks about her because she doesn't matter. But like Moon Kit is established as like a character who is very adventurous and also does not give a fuck about rules, and also kind of doesn't care about other people. There's just a massive lack of empathy there. And then she becomes an apprentice and gets this chick called Havenshine to be her mentor. And she's like presents herself as this like really cool chick, you know, the cool teacher, you know, the one that everybody wants. So yeah, that was that. But when Moon Paw is getting apprenticed, Havenshine is actually being a massive abusive dick. But like nobody believes Moon about this because, you know, they don't see her do it, and Havenshine doesn't act like a bitch in front of other people, obviously, because she's got a reputation to keep. She's also the deputy of the clan, the leader. exists, and then there's a deputy. And so they had a reputation to uphold or some shit. I tried to find a way to really write well how Havenshine became the deputy, because apparently she killed her sister because her sister was, like, dating a cat from another clan, which is, like, illegal in Warrior Cats rules for whatever fucking reason. I don't know, man. That's not the point. Main storyline. Havenshine is, like, a massive bitch, but nobody believes Moon when she says it. And Moonshine just... Moonpaw just becomes a very quiet and reserved kitty cat. She doesn't like talking to people because she's worried she'll get yelled at. She doesn't like talking. She becomes very shy. And then there was, like, a brief point in the story where there's some guy from another clan, because this was... I made my own clan, so it's not the ones from the books, but there's some guy from another one. He was, like, flirting with her at a gathering, but she was like, fuck off, I'm not gonna break a rule for some ugly orange cat. He just got really... He butthurt that he was rejected. That's important for later. Keep that in mind. Anyone who knows about Ash vs. Ark knows where that's going. So anyway, she becomes a... Hi, Bria.
Hi.
I'm streaming right now. What do you want? Are you just getting your markers?
Yeah.
Oh, do I have to leave?
No, I need to get a pencil.
I don't know where one is, sorry.
Use your eyes, woman.
Don't sass me like that.
I can get back in.
Okay, anyways. She becomes a warrior, and she's really good at what she does. It's just she doesn't really interact with anybody because she's that paranoia and PTSD built up from childhood, trauma time. That's where I really started gaining my addiction to making traumatized characters. That was truly where I came from. It was this terrible series. Her siblings also exist. This is important because there's, like, a whole subplot that Moonchaser's sister is a lesbian. What?
I need a green mug.
Okay. Moonchaser's sister is, like, a lesbian or something. I don't know. And that was looked down upon in their society. So we got the homophobia thing. And, like, Moonchaser's like, I don't really think it's a big deal. You just like girls. I don't really care. And then, like, her sister runs away to go have her gay love story with her gay lover. And then they're never seen again in the story, so I don't know what that was about. So, continuing. Moonchaser meets this, like, other dude, and she thinks he's hot because he's actually in her clan, so they're allowed to date. So she's like, okay, I think you're hot, we should date. And he's like, okay. And that goes very well. So she comes out of her shell a little bit. But in the background, Havenshine is plotting. She is plotting bad things. Because she's, like, she's planning in secret with another clan to, like, create an assassination to kill the leader of their clan so that she can be the leader then, and then she's gonna become a communist dictator. unite all the clans. And then, like, just, I don't know, because I just remember everything that she was gonna do sounded a lot like communism, so I don't know what was going through my head back then. I don't remember how Moonchaser found out about this, but she did, and then, like, and, like, Havenshine's like, okay, you better shut your fucking mouth, you little bitch. You've never done anything good for this stupid clan, and I will kill you if you say anything. And Moonchaser, being a little pussy, complies. And also, like, if she told anybody, they probably wouldn't believe her because this is fucking Warrior Cats, and if, like, in the Warrior Cats books, cats having visions is such a frequent thing, but every damn time in the story, the character doesn't tell anybody about their prophecy that they have, because it's like, oh yeah, they won't believe me, and then when they tell somebody, they don't believe them, so, like, but in this universe, it's literally common knowledge that people just regularly have visions, so why don't you believe them, you dumb bitches? So anyways, the assassination was in place, and then, like, I think it started happening, and so, last minute, Moonchaser decides to inform the leader that this is happening, and she's like, holy shit, we need to ban Havenshine, and then the leader does, and Havenshine is like, I'm gonna kill you, Moonchaser, just you wait. But she leaves, because that's a plan for later. I don't know why she didn't just do it right there, like, okay. So everybody's just living their life. Moonchaser, I don't remember when she was pregnant with the children of her sexy husband, but I think that happens after this part, actually. So eventually, Havenshine does come back and is like, okay, guys, you remember how my sister died? Yeah, I murdered her. That's not the point, though. I've brought this collection of cats who have all had to deal with some very, very big troubles, and then, oh my god, Moonchaser's ex-lover shows up, and he's like, I can't believe you rejected me, baby. Baby girl, I can't believe you left me. I can't believe it. She's like, we stopped. I rejected you like 5 years ago. Why is this relevant? But at the time, I thought it was very smart writing, so I did that. And so therefore, battle happened. And of course, Moonchaser, having main character syndrome, dies at the end, actually. Oh yeah, she did have children before that point in the story, yeah. And so that's the end of her story. She died in the battle to save everyone, because I don't remember what the hell happened. I just know that she managed to kill Havenshine, and then she died of, like, blood loss later or something, and the leader lives on. And her children and her hot, sexy husband are just like, no, why'd she die? Oh yeah, main character syndrome, warriors, yeah. And that's the end, but I was planning to have a whole ass second arc where it was like a knockoff of Power of Three. In the sense, well, not really, but, like, a little bit. And there's, like, the descendants of like the previous bad guys, and they're in a prophecy together, and they have powers or something. But truthfully, they're not actually part of any prophecy. Some dark forest cats, the hell cats, gave them a fake vision telling them that they were going to do something, so then they can manipulate these children into like doing their bidding. This includes Haven Shine from fucking hell. Why do you still care? Oh my god, I also think that freaking dude that Moon Chaser rejected is also a part of this. Dude, this guy's just an Ashford ripoff. Oh my god. But I had a lot of fun writing that at the time. I might actually make a whole video where I read aloud the Google Doc, because it's really bad. The way I described it doesn't sound as terrible as it actually was. It was pretty terrible. I just remember being so proud of it. Now I just hate it so much. What the hell was it? Also, I had a character that was like... There was like a character that was an insert of my dog, but as a cat. That sentence does not make any sense, but that's essentially what it was. I don't even own that dog anymore. The dog isn't even mine anymore. Yeah, that was my warrior cat story. I tried to do other methods to tell the story because I didn't want to write the Google Doc anymore. Like, I tried creating a comic, but I can't find any of it. I just know I tried to and I failed. I have no idea where any of the drafts were. I wouldn't know where to find them. But that was essentially the story, and it was pretty terrible. Especially if you put actual Warriors logic into play, you know, anybody who's a Warriors fan knows that this doesn't work very well. I did think that she was a very pretty cat. Oh my god, you should have seen one of her older designs, though. Legit, it was so ugly. I could not create OCs at the time because I was so bad at drawing. But she was like a... Let me do something. Imagine this color gray. It just had a random, like, weird eye spot thing. And her eyes were, like, purple or something. And I think her ears were white. Just like looks like a deviant or OC rather than an actual cat. That's essentially what she used to look like. It was so ugly, and I'm so glad I changed it. This cat, little Moon Chaser now, her current design was actually based on a real cat picture I saw, so at least, you know, some sense of realism was developed as I continued learning how to write and draw. I'm gonna go check the chat. I haven't looked at it this entire stream. Loving all the critter crawler comments there. Just waiting for like critter to see them respond to my old Moon Chaser design with ew. There was one thing I liked about Moon Chaser is that in the oldest version of her story, she was a massive Mary Sue, and I actually developed her to have flaws and actually have a good character arc. I'm glad that I learned somewhat how to write her as a character. Like, I mean, when you're 12 and trying to write a whole ass book, I wouldn't expect it to come out good, if I'm being real. Oh wait, I should shade the eyes. Not too much because this is simplistic. Cats. Since we still have time here, the story of how I got into Warriors, essentially. So, it all started when I moved to, like, a new school, and I met my current bestie, Savvy, along with some of her other friends, and they were, like, all vibing around this one play area outside, and I was like, oh, okay, what are we doing? And they said they were role-playing Warrior Cats, but in real life, and that's truly what kickstarted my love for role-playing, unfortunately. That was where my love for role-playing came from, guys. It was role-playing as Warrior Cats characters back in the late 2010s. So I never read Warriors, so I didn't know what the hell we were doing, but they explained to me the basics, and that's what I understood. But then I decided to read the book so I could have some actual context, and there was also a YouTuber named Moon Kitty who made, like, videos where she explained the Warrior Cats plot. I'm still subscribed to Moon Kitty. I love Moon Kitty. Moon Kitty is great. We stand Moon Kitty here. But anyway, I watched those as well for context of the series, and that's essentially how I learned what it was about. And that, I actually also read it. I'm gonna be real here. The only arcs in Warriors that are good are the first one, the third, and the fourth. Vision of Shadows is all over the place. I don't even know how to describe it. A Vision of Shadows it's a mess. It's a nice mess, but actually, no, because the third arc isn't even that perfect. The last book was garbage. Ah, fuck. That series was terrible. Why did I love that so much? That's not the point. I had a lot of fun with, like, Warriors as a kid, and even as I grew out of it, it's still fun to look back on. Like, I know most people look back at their old OCs and cringe, and, like, their old characters and old stories, but I don't really do that, because, it's fun to see how I've improved, and plus, the stories weren't even that terrible, at least from this fandom. Should have seen some of my other fandom stories. It gets worse. I should probably talk about those on a different occasion. That would be it'd be a fun story time video. Words. There we go. We got a little moon chaser. Also, just a little thing. There are way too many Warrior Cats books. There are too many. Why are there so many? Why are they making more? Why is there more? There doesn't need to be more. Y'all, you got the closure you needed back in, like, A Vision of Shadows. Why do you need to do more? Please, there's too many. Like, I like reading and all, but I'm not gonna read when there's that many. It's like, Jesus. Also, I really like how I did the eyes. The eyes are pretty on this. The eyes are nice. Now they're not. I hate this. I hate this now. Okay. Okay, this is looking better. I like this more. I'll keep that. Yeah, this is nice. I finally learned how to draw cats after 4 years. Jesus fuck. Why are the legs so small? But yeah, this is my award.